So there is a price for irregulated composure, and it's very imperative in times such as this that when there are storms, that when things are shaky, and when you seem like it's all falling apart, that you keep your composure. In the book of Numbers, we see where the children of Israel was in the wilderness. We understand that the wilderness was a dry place. Many people misconstrued the wilderness and lack understanding, but the wilderness was a place of testing. It was a place of proving. It was a place that God sent his people through so that he could be able to prepare them to go into a land. It was a place where God imparted his law and his instruction. It is where the covenant started first, the wilderness. And what we need to understand is this, is that in those places, even though it seems unfamiliar, it appears that there may be lack or dry. I want you to understand that in the wilderness, God is still there with you. For we understand in the word that God had provided all of their needs. The children of Israel, they desired figs and all these other different things. But I want you to understand this, is that God has everything that you need. Now, what we find is in the scripture is that the children of Israel begin to complain about water. Mind you, God had been providing for their needs all of this time, but yet they still find a way to complain about something as if it wasn't available unto them. And it stirred up the man of God. It stirred up Moses. He went to the Father about the needs of the people. And God gave him and Aaron, he gave him a commandment. And he says, I want you to go and speak to the rock and command the water to come forth. Moses was still frustrated with the people that instead of speaking to the rock, he smote the rock. And I want you to understand that there are some people that you may are stewarding. There are some people that is connected to you, that is close to you, that are not moving in the faith that you thought, because they had been in the wilderness for such a time. Okay, not only had they been in the wilderness, but they have for a few years at that point had seen the salvation of God, seen the move of God. And I would be frustrated too. But family of God, we got to learn to keep our composure, because the cost of irregulated composure is demotion. The loss of irregulated composure will cost you your elevation. It'll cost you the promise. It'll cost you the possession. You must keep your composure. What we found in the word is that when Moses, he hit the rock, it angered God. It angered God simply because God wanted to get to glory. God wanted the people to know that all you got to do, that by my command, according to the words that come out of my mouth, stand therefore by faith. If you begin to respond according to my word, and you speak to the thing as I have spoken unto you, that it shall come. You shall know that I will always be your provider, that no matter where you are, no matter in whatever area that it may appear that you lack, that God will always provide. For it is written in the book of Philippians that it says that God will supply all of your needs. You must contain your composure, because what we found is that because of this, God said, you know what? You will not enter into the promised land. Now I want y'all to understand, Moses was that guy. Moses was a man who did everything that God told him, but it was at this point he forfeited it. Keep your composure in the storm. Be not moved and driven by the winds and the waves. Be not moved by the people. Keep the commandment of God. Last week, when we was in our 60-day series, we were talking about how though there is a storm coming, we have to remain calm, because your composure determines your faith. Your composure, it tells God, it's an ensign for God. It's a banner for God that you trust him. It is a banner of God that nothing can interrupt the covenant. Nothing can interrupt what God has spoken to you. Family and God, as we enter into this season, Keep your composure. The Bible declares to be still and know that I am God. I began to pray yesterday when I was on the way to work, because y'all know I'm a teacher and it's been crazy. But I began to say, Lord, the peace that Jesus had on that boat when the storm came, I ask that you give it to me. Lord, I want that peace. And so keep your composure. For the composure will determine, your level of composure will determine your ability to have access to walk into the promised land that God has called you to walk in. Be best, family, and know that it's going to be God.